Welcome to 60 Skills. Today's lecture is a motorcycle as a training tool. Alright, the practice of Hermetics has largely remained unchanged since the time of the Egyptians. The simple fact of the matter is most of our basic exercises are quite old, and there are a number of reasons for this. The first of which is, it is rather difficult to quantify the effect of much of what we do. We largely use quality to judge how effective our training is, whether this is through an increased sensation in the amount of energy we're working with in the more energetic exercises, or improved clarity with things like clairvoyance. However, there are a few modern training tools that are actually quite effective. Now keep in mind, any training tool that is used needs to be balanced in terms of the amount of risk involved versus the amount of benefit relative to what you're doing. Also keep in mind that as a practical matter, training that you actually do is far more valuable than training you think about doing or can only do under the exact right circumstances. So the advantage of the motorcycle is as follows. 1, it is a very effective tool for training mental energy. Why do I say this? Well, when you're riding on a motorcycle, you have to have complete awareness of what's going on around you at all times. Otherwise, you simply fall off the bike or get into an accident. So zoning out while on a motorcycle is not helpful. Additionally, moving your thought process largely into the mental is also valuable because there are various phrases involved in training some of the different energies. One of which is, mind like a sphere defeats all fear. Well, your mind like a sphere is what happens when you generate mental energy. It also creates a 360-degree circle of radius or circle of awareness around you as well. So in this regard, training using a motorcycle is extremely valuable, as it works on your universal awareness and puts your energy into a state where you're more concerned with thought than emotion. Additionally, there is one other thing you can do with a motorcycle that you cannot do with most other motor vehicles. You need to understand that when you're driving a car, you're driving a cage of steel, plastic, and otherwise well-insulating materials. So you can't really pour breathe into your environment while riding in a car. However, while riding a motorcycle, you can. So riding a motorcycle also gives you the ability to train vital breath at the same time, which in turn gives you a lot of information about your environment. So one of the unique characteristics of using a motorcycle as a training tool is you can flip back and forth very easily between vital, astral, and mental energies for an extended period of time. Additionally, as anyone who's ever ridden a motorcycle will tell you, you also have to brace your body properly on the bike. This allows you to exploit either the electric or magnetic lines of current while operating the piece of machinery. This is, again, something that, while not entirely impossible in an automobile, is far less likely to occur. So to recap, there are basically 3 advantages to using a motorcycle as a training tool. 1, it allows you to work with this spherical awareness involved with mental energy. 2, it allows you to flip back and forth between pore breathing, astral breathing, and mental energy generation. 3, it also allows you to train the electric and magnetic lines of force. So all of these are tools that result in operating a motorcycle as a way of turning it into a training event. And also keep in mind, as a practical matter, for most people, transportation is simply a requirement of their day. So if you have the requirement to go from one place to another on a frequent basis, you might as well at least have the option of turning this into a training event. So these are some things to think about in terms of using a motorcycle as a training tool. I will leave with one final very important note. Under no circumstances should you ever generate akasha while operating a motor vehicle of any kind. The reason for this is very simple. A lot of people, if you are generating akasha, have a hard time consciously picking up on you. In other words, they can't see you, because in many ways, you are no longer completely held within the construct of this physical reality around us. If people cannot see you while you are operating a motor vehicle, you are a danger both to yourself and to them. So under no circumstances should you ever generate akasha while operating a motorcycle or automobile. Finally, if you liked today's lecture, please hit the subscribe button down below and give us a like. And if you'd like to learn more about 60 Skills, go into the details portion of this video and there are a variety of links available for you. Be well.